Hi my dear friends, welcome to Venus EduTech. In this video, we are going to discuss the second part of data interpretation. The first part, I will give you that link in the description box. Go through that video in order to know the basics of data interpretation. In this video, we are going to discuss the second part. So let's get into the video. This question is asked in 2018 clerical exam of SBI. The question is, pie chart given below shows the total number of students who opted different subjects for exam in July 2017. Study the data carefully and answer the following questions. And this is the graph. It is pie graph, and the percentage distribution they given, also total students is also written, that is 300. 30% of 300 students opted Hindi. 18% of 300 students opted geography, 12% of 300 students opted maths, then 16% opted physics, then 24% opted Sanskrit, and 17% opted English. First question is, total number of students who opted for geography and maths together is how much less than total number of students who opted for Sanskrit and physics together? So first we have to find out the students who opted for geography and maths together. See, from the graph, 18% of 300 students opted geography and 12% of 300 students opted maths. So how we can write? See, 18% of 300, that means 18 divided by 100 into 300. Two zeros get cancelled from 100 and 300, right? Then 12% of 300. There also two zeros get cancelled, divided by 100, two zeros, into 300, two zeros, right? This 3 or 300 is common to both these terms. So we can write 18 plus 12 together, then outside the bracket into 3, understood? So 18 plus 12, it is 30. 30 into 3, it is 90. So total number of students who opted geography and maths is 90. Now we have to find out the number of students who opted for Sanskrit and physics together. See, from the graph, Sanskrit opted is 24% and physics opted is 16%. So here again, 24% of 300. Two zeros get cancelled. Then 16 by 100 into 300. Two zeros get cancelled. Here we write 3 outside because 3 is common to both these numbers. So 24 plus 16, it is 40. 40 into 3, it is 120. Understood? Now the question is, total number of students who opted for geography and maths together is how much less than total number of students who opted for Sanskrit and physics together. That means the students who opted for Sanskrit and physics is more than those who opted geography and maths. So we have to find out the required difference. So the required difference is obviously 120 minus 90, that is 30. So option C is the answer. Now, next question, find the total number of students who gave exams in August 2017 if total number of students is increased by 20% in August 2017 as compared to July 2017. See, from the question it is clear that this data is as per the July 2017 report, July 2017. And in this question, they said compared to July 2017, in the next month, that is in August 2017, the number of students is increased by 20%. We know that the total number of students is 300, right? So students attended exams in August 2017 is 300. July 2017, number of students 300 plus 20% increase of that 300. That means 20 by 100 into 300. So 300 plus 2 zeros get cancelled. So 300 plus 20 into 3, it is 60. 300 plus 60, it is 360. So correct option is E, 360. Next question, find the central angle of total number of students who opted for physics. Now how to find the central angle? Central angle is found by multiplying the required number or fraction into 360. Here the question is to find the central angle of students who opted for physics. So from the graph, physics is how many percentage? How much it is? 16%, right? So dividing that fraction into 360, you will get the central angle. That is 16 by 100 into 360. You will get 16 into 36, right? And that is 57.6. Why here point? Because only one zero get cancelled. So 16 into 36 divided by 100. Not 100, 10. Because one zero get cancelled. So the answer is option A, 57.6 degree. Next question. Find the average number of students who opted for Hindi, Geography and Sanskrit together. So find the average of those students who opted Hindi, Geography and Sanskrit. So from the pie graph, 13% opted Hindi, 18% opted Geography and 24% opted Sanskrit. So 13, 18 and 24. So how we write? To find the average of these three divided by 3, right? So 13 plus 18 plus 24 divided by 3 into 3. This 3 is total number of students, 300. Why we don't write 300? Because 13% divided by 100 into 300, 2 zeros get cancelled. Here also 18 by 100 into 300, 2 zeros get cancelled. 24 by 100 into 300, 2 zeros get cancelled. So 13 plus 18 plus 24 divided by average of these three, the total number, that is 3 here. And into this 3 is total number of students. Okay. So when you simplify this, you will get the answer 55. 3 get cancelled. And 8 plus 4, 12 plus 3, 15, remainder 1. Then 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2, 4, plus that remainder 1, 5. So 55 is the answer. Which option? Option B. Next question. Find the ratio between total number of students who opted for English, Physics and Geography together to total number of students who opted for Hindi, English and Sanskrit together. Here we are finding the ratio, right? So first we have to find out the students who opted for English, Physics and Geography together. So from the graph, English is how much percent? It is 17%. So 17% of 300 plus then English, right? It is not physics. Physics it is 16%, English 17%, physics 16% and geography it is 18%. So 17 plus 16 plus 18. So when you add these three numbers, you will get 51. Then into 3. Into 3 it is 153. So students opted these three subjects is 153. Next, find the students who opted Hindi, English and Sanskrit together. From the pie graph, Hindi opted 13%, then Sanskrit it is 24% and English is 17%. So 13 plus 17 plus 24. So summing up all these three numbers, you will get 54. Then into 3, total number, right? 300 and 100 get cancelled. That's why we have written 3 here. So 54 into 3 it is 4 3 are 12, remainder 1. 5 into 3 15 plus that remainder 116. So the answer is 162. So our question is to find the required ratio between these two numbers, right? So the answer is 153 is to 162. But I have written here 51 by 54. Do you know why? Because there is no need to multiply this 3 and this 3 in these two cases. Why? Because this 3 is common. When we do division or when you find the ratio, this 3 get cancelled. So no need to find out 51 into 3 in this case and no need to find out 54 into 3 in this case, because we have to get the answer in a very short time. So this ultimately this 3 get cancelled at the end because we are doing division or ratio. So simply you have to find out the ratio 51 is to 54. Understood? So 51 by 54 it is. On simplifying you will get 17 by 18, or in terms of ratio you will write 17 is to 18. So which option? Option D. Going to the last question of this video. The question is number of pens sold by 4 stores, and the stores are A, B, C and D on 5 different days of the week starting from Monday to Friday is given in this table. That means here this is a table graph. See, first question is on Friday, out of total number of pens sold by stores B, C and D. Here it is B, C and D. 20%, 50% and 75% respectively were of brand X. What is the total number of pen of brand X sold by stores B, C and D together on Friday? So in the question it is given that the number of pens sold by store B is 20% of brand X. That means 20 by 100 into 45, and C it is 15%. That means 15 by 100 into 20, and D it is 20. 75%, that means 75 by 100 into 24. These three products were of brand X. Then the question is, you have to find out the total number of pen of this brand, that is brand X, sold by stores B, C and D together on Friday. So you just have to sum up all these. So B, 20% of 45. So 20 by 100 into 45, 0 get cancelled. Then 2 by 10, it is 1 by 5. And 5 and 45 get cancelled, you will get 9. Next is C. C, it is 15%, right? So 15 by 100 into 20. 0 get cancelled. Then 15 by 10 into 2. 2 and 5, right? 2 and 10 get cancelled. So you will get 15 by 5, it is 3. Then D, it is 75% of the total number of pens, that is 24. So 75 by 100, you will get 5 on dividing it with 5, you will get 15 into 5, it is 75, right? So 15 by 20, again 3 by 4, 3 by 4 into 24, 4 and 24 get cancelled, so you will get 6, then 6 into 3, it is 18. So you have to find out the total number. So 9 plus 3 plus 18, it is 30. So option E is the answer. Next question, find the average number of pens sold by store A on Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. So number of pens sold by A on Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. Monday it is 27, Tuesday it is 32 and Thursday it is 16. So 27, 32, take its average. So divided by 3. So 7 plus 2, 9 plus 6, it is 15, remainder 1. 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1 plus 6 plus 1, that remainder 7. So 75 by 3, it is 25. So which option? Option C. Next question, what is the ratio between the total number of pens sold by stores B, C and D together on Monday and that sold by the same stores on Thursday? So B, C and D on Monday and Thursday you have to find out. So on Monday, how many pens sold? They three of them together, 33, 21, 9, right? So on the numerator, it is 33 plus 21 plus 9, 21 plus 9, 30, 33 plus 30, it is 63. And you have to find the ratio between that and those pens sold by the same stores on Thursday. Pens sold by B, C and D on Thursday is 26, 15 and 13, right? So in the denominator, 26 plus 15 plus 13, it is 6 plus 5, 11 plus 3, 14, remainder 1, 2, 1, 1, that means 4 plus 1, that remainder 5. So taking the ratio between them, 63 by 54 by 9, 9 7s are 63 and 9 6 are 54. So the ratio is 7:6. Option B is the answer. Next question, on Saturday, the number of pens sold by store A was 5 by 9th of that sold on Friday by the same store. What was the number of pens sold by store A on Saturday? See, in the table up to Friday is given, right? Number of pens sold from Monday to Friday is given, and in the question it is given that on Saturday the number of pens sold by A is 5 by 9th of that sold in Friday. The number of pens sold in Friday is 36. So 5 by 9th of that sold in Friday, that is 5 by 9 into 36. So how much it is? 9 get cancelled. 4, 5 into 4, it is 20. So number of pens sold by store A on Saturday is 20. Option C. Last part of this question. What is the difference between number of pens sold by store A on Wednesday and the total number of pens sold by stores C and D on the same day? So from the table, the number of pens sold by A on Wednesday, it is 38. Next, you have to find out the number of pens sold by stores C and D on the same day. So on Wednesday, C and D, it is 34 and 16. So you have to find out the required difference, right? So 34 plus 16, it is 50. 50 minus 38, it is 12. So the answer is option C, 12. So when you analyze these questions, it is understood that the data interpretation questions are purely based on average, percentage, and ratio proportion. Simplification based on these three topics in data interpretation for clerical level exams. And when it comes to PO, the difficulty level increase. Clerical exams, the questions are purely based on these three topics. 95% it is based on these three topics. And when it comes to PO, you must know all the topics of quantitative aptitude because the difficulty level is slightly increased in case of PO nowadays. And for clerical exams, it's enough to know especially these three topics. You must aware of every topics, but you must thoroughly practice these three topics. Once again, average, percentage, and ratio proportion. And obviously simplification. Quantitative aptitude is absolutely simplification of all these questions. So practice more questions from the materials you have. Now winding up today's video. If you like the channel, please do subscribe and share it with your friends who are preparing for bank exams. And in order to get notifications of my latest videos, press the bell icon. See you in the next video with another useful content. Till then, have a good day and thank you.